Every town or city needs a local business directory and coupon website. Maybe today is the day you start your digital side hustle that helps consumers and businesses in your area. Hi, everybody. I'm Justin, one of the co founders here at Ideal Directories, a software that has let hundreds of people easily and quickly start their own business providing local marketing and advertising services to small businesses in their area. We're going to go over the Ideal Directories platform and opportunity from top to bottom. We'll discuss how the program works. I'll walk you through some of the most important features, and I'll show you how you can launch and profit from your own business directory and coupon website. You're going to notice two themes that are going to pop up throughout our conversation today: helping small local businesses and recurring revenue. If you're here, you know that businesses need help advertising online, and you know how important a recurring revenue business model is. Some of you are probably looking for something that's, part-time or nights and weekends for some supplementary income. Having recurring revenue attached to that is critical. Then there's others who may be looking to make this their full-time gig, and you can do that too. We're going to talk about all that today and more, so let's get this going. Before we do, though, please do me a real quick favor. Send me a note in the form of a Q&A to let me know you can hear me and give me the city and state you're connecting from. I want to get a sense of where everyone is located. I'd also love to know that I'm not talking to an empty room here today. And knowing where you're all located gives me some context of the makeup of today's attendees. So I think that would be beneficial. I also would like to make sure you familiarize yourself with that Q&A functionality, because that's how you'll be asking any and all questions during our session today. Just post whatever's on your mind there, and my moderators will address everything. And I'll also select some of my favorite questions to answer live at the end during our Q&A. All right, let's start from the top. What is Ideal Directories? Ideal Directories lets you own a hyper-local community website that features local businesses, coupons, promotions, deals, and events in and around your neighborhood, community, town, or city. You make money by selling business listings on your site because the exposure that they get is very valuable. Businesses get what's called a business profile listing, packed with photos, videos, testimonials, and more, which I'll show you in a little while here. Plus, you can sell them ads. The more listings and ads you sell, the more money you make. We've invested a lot into this platform and the business model to make sure that you have everything you need to hit the ground running from day one. You're not just buying software from us. And I think that will become very clear as we progress. So we got the what part down. Now let's address the why. Why start a local business directory and coupon website for your town or city? Well, I'll tell you. Creating a local business directory and coupon website is the perfect business opportunity. And here's what I mean by that. Okay. It's perfect for local businesses because they get effective, affordable advertising that they can easily understand and appreciate. You're offering to them a flat monthly fee for an unlimited amount of traffic and leads for their business that's targeting the local area they serve. Now, it's also perfect for local consumers and local shoppers because it helps them find all the local deals, discounts, reviews, and events from local businesses. And it's also perfect for you because with Ideal Directories, you can start and run an online business with no technical experience, no prior knowledge, all while setting your own prices and calling your own shots. And that's, I think, a pretty good segue into talking about how you make money. As I just stated, you make money selling business listings on your site. Because it's much less expensive than traditional advertising, like newspaper ads or direct mail, it's much easier to sell. Take a look at this screenshot, okay? This is the business profile listing that I just mentioned. Each business who appears on your site gets a listing like this. It's got the name of the business, their phone number, address, map with directions, website link, reviews, hours of operation, social media connections, payment methods they accept, about information, coupons, events, promotions, contact form, menus, videos. It's a lot. Okay. This is almost like a mini website that puts the business in the best light possible with all the most important information front and center. And businesses get all of this for one monthly price that you set yourself. Now, the average price that our clients generally sell listings for is $50 per month per business. But of course, you can set your own prices and charge however much you want. That's your decision. Now, regardless of how much you do charge, I want to make sure you know that businesses can sign up for and create these listings themselves, depending on which plan you choose, paying with a credit or debit card right through your site with automatic monthly recurring payments that get deposited right into your bank account. And you keep 100% of the revenue. So let's do some math, shall we? The chart on this slide illustrates how much money you can make if you charged an average of just $50 per month for each business to be listed on your website. Remember, this amount is just a suggestion, and you can charge businesses as much or as little as you'd like. You can also earn additional income by selling banner ads on your website, but let's focus on the sale of listings only for this part of our conversation. Take a look at this. If you sell, I'm just going to highlight this. If you sell just 100 listings, you can generate $5,000 per month. And by the way, 100 listings is just two listings sold per week. Two. Now, let's double that. Sell 200 listings and you can generate $10,000 per month. That's highlighted in green, which is 120 grand a year. Remember, you're making one-time sales that generate passive recurring income. This is the definition of a scalable business model. So who's intimidated? Raise your hand. No one. That's what I thought. Look, we're talking about making sales that are give or take 50 bucks to businesses who are accustomed to spending a lot more than that on advertising. So when it comes to selling these listings, it's simple, it's straightforward, and it's affordable. Now, I want to help you out a little bit by telling you who you can start targeting. The truth is, every business can benefit from being listed on your site, but I want to give you a quick rundown of the industries that most people go to first and why. So let's go through those together. Grab a pen, let's jot these down. The first is restaurants, okay? They're known to invest heavily in local advertising, and they have a lot of competition to beat out. Remember, it's broad, right? It's not just Italian restaurants and barbecue joints, but this is also encompassing your delis, your diners, sushi restaurants, gourmet food shops, ice cream shops, bagel shops, bakeries, and a lot more all fall into the restaurants industry. Next is home improvement. So they generally sell big ticket purchases. So they're often willing to invest more in advertising to land that next client. Everyone from painters and electricians to interior designers, upholstery cleaners, solar panel companies, landscapers, landscape designers, chimney cleaning, garage door repairs, they all fit into this segment. It's tremendous. Then we get into professional services. This consists of your lawyers, accountants, tax preppers, business consultants, private investigators, mortgage brokers, life coaches, insurance agents, web designers. There's a lot more where that comes from too. They're all generally based from home or small offices, and they don't get the street traffic or the street exposure that other fronts benefit from. So they need all the online exposure they can get. Now let's talk automotive. They rely on trust amongst a very local clientele because nobody wants to travel far for auto repair. Uh, Oftentimes they can't. And they want to be able to trust what the auto repair specialist is saying is wrong with their vehicle. So directory listings help them build credibility and trust while making themselves known to the local community. This segment includes your mechanics plus body shops. You also have tire and wheel repair, towing companies, detailing services, and a lot more. Now, we're only halfway through, guys. Next is healthcare providers. This is also highly competitive with a wide range of demographics that they appeal to. I mean, think about all the family practices, your dentists, plastic surgeons, psychiatrists, medical spas, veterinarians, even chiropractors, acupuncturists. They're all vying for new patients in your area. This market's big, and their pockets are big too. Then we have retail stores, beauty salons, boutiques. I kind of group these together. These are all the mom and pop shops that every town is known for. They have intense competition from larger franchises and from big retailers, so they need your help Whether it's a jeweler, a hair salon, sporting goods store, barber shop, wine store, whatever, they need you. Now, these next two categories get overlooked a lot. The first is childcare and education services, which consists of your daycare, tutoring, children's fitness, early learning programs, and kids' party places. They thrive on trust and reliability. I mean, parents do a ton of research before making a decision. So the more they see about a business in this segment, the more convinced they become. Finally, outdoor activities. Look, especially during the pandemic, right? Outdoor activities saw a huge spike in public interest because of your social distancing. And they've just been catapulted into digital local advertising. So they got to capitalize on this movement and need all the exposure that they can get. These are your wineries, your petting zoos, breweries, boat tours, amusement parks, mini golf, fishing charters. There's a lot of them. I bet you didn't realize how vast the opportunity was in terms of local businesses, right? And these are just our top recommendations. Now, I want you to think about something for just a second. These top 8 industries, I listed off about 40 business types total. If you sold just one listing to each of these business types and you charge them 50 bucks a month, that's 2,000 bucks a month right there. Now, if you take this seriously and sell 10 listings into each of these categories, just 10, that's now $20,000 a month in revenue. There is a huge opportunity here. You can do this. Now, let's turn our attention to a very popular question people ask us. And it looks like one or two of you already have. And we love to hear this question because it shows your thinking. No insult to those who did not ponder this, by the way. But the question is, how do you market your business directory website? Of course, you want to know what it takes to get a website like this out to the people and the businesses in the community. That's why once you sign up, we give you access to professionally designed sales and marketing material to help you look professional, promote your site, and attract advertisers, including our coveted Getting Started guide, a beautiful 4-page marketing brochure, sales flyers, sample sales scripts, business card template, a press release template, a QR code leave behind, advertiser order form templates, and a lot more. Oh, and how can I forget our ebook? So this powerful ebook gives you 100 ways to market your business directory website. 100. Some of my favorites: social media marketing, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever. You can find and build an online community of business owners and shoppers for free with just a little time in front of a computer or cell phone. It's, in my opinion, one of the most efficient, fun, and creative ways to market your site. Another favorite of mine, business to business networking, specifically with the local chamber of commerce. So your local chamber of commerce is a group of business owners in your community who gather on a regular basis to network, build relationships, and help each other out. Lots of them do business within the group exclusively with each other, and it's a great way to rub elbows with people who could be potential clients of yours. Another favorite, door-to-door sales. Talking with and visiting local businesses is not only a great way to close sales, but it's a great way to introduce and talk about the website. Because look, every time you pitch your site to a local business, you're actively spreading the word in your community. We all know that marketing and sales go hand in hand. This is probably the best example of that. Oh, it would help if I clicked through this a little bit so you could read what I was talking about. Sorry about that. All right. Now, a lot of you may be wondering, but wait, do I first need to get traffic to my site in order to start selling listings? And the answer is a resounding no. You do not need traffic to start selling. If a potential client raises this concern, just be prepared. Look, here's a simple way to address this. I just did a separate video on this not too long ago. You could watch it on our site and on YouTube. But the gist of it is this. First, you just got to be honest and acknowledge that the site is in fact brand new, but tell them about your goals. You might say, while we don't have a ton of traffic right now, we have goals of growing our site and getting thousands of local visitors every month. We're not there yet, but we have plans in place to get there. And then talk about your marketing plans. Discuss what you'll be doing. Everything from optimizing the site for local search, getting active on social media, talking, looking at sponsorship opportunities in the community, along with networking, Assure them that you'll do everything you can to make the site a true community resource so they get the value that they're paying for. You can also highlight your low pricing. Remind them that the rates you're showing them today are introductory and that they won't stay this way when you come closer to and achieve your traffic goals. But you might incentivize them to sign up now by promising to keep their introductory rates in place for the life of your business relationship if they get started now. Finally, don't forget to sell yourself. People don't just buy into your site, they buy into you. Talk about your passion for helping local businesses, about your time spent growing up or raising a family in the area, your genuine desire to offer affordable advertising options for local businesses. Assure them that as a now fellow local business owner, you'll work to make them happy and eager to share this site with their friends and family. Now let's take a moment to look at the platform in a little bit more detail. I'm going to switch my screen, show you what an example site looks like. Hopefully this will go smoothly with no hiccups. All right, perfect. So check this out. This is the public view of your site when you first get it. Now, I want to highlight a few big things. This is where your logo is going to go. This is your navigation. It's a very simple 6-page website, okay? This main section is where people can do a keyword search, search by category, search by location through all of the businesses that are listed on your site. This is where most of the people are going to focus their energy when they first get to your site. As I scroll down, this is some about text that's going to be very helpful for search engine optimization. And here is where I think is the most valuable place to be on your site, is the featured listings area of the homepage. So these cycle through randomly every time the page loads, giving all the folks who are paying you the most money the absolute best exposure. So let me just click on one of these, for example. This will take me to the business profile listing I spoke about earlier. And take a look at this. This is what your clients are going to get from you. A beautiful slideshow of their images. You have all the key information about their business, including, of course, the name of the business, the address, the phone number, the map with directions, their average star rating, the hours of operation, the payment methods they accept, some about information, each review broken down, every coupon and deal that they might have, a contact form people can fill out to contact them. This is a very strong representation of this business that puts their best foot forward and makes it very easy for people who come here to learn about the business and actually take action. And of course, this is a fully responsive site, which means that it looks and works great on every type of device, operating system, platform, etc. I'll take you over to the Browse Listings page. This is where all of the listings on your site are going to be located. That's also what's going to serve as the search results page. So whenever someone conducts a search, they're going to get a screen that looks like this that allows them to see all the business profile samples as well as a category breakdown. The coupons and deals page of the site will highlight all of the coupons and deals from all the listings on the site. The events will show, if there are any, all of the events that are tied to any of your listings. The About Us page will tell folks a little bit more about you and your business. And then the Advertise page is where people can come, see your different pricing plans, and actually sign up and pay for their own listing on your site. This is what allows your site to function as pretty much a hands-off solution for people to come online and actually pay for their services all by themselves. Doesn't require a salesperson to be involved. So the public view of the site, very simple and straightforward. Let's look at the dashboard quickly to make sure you understand this is going to be something you can actually do. Here's your dashboard main view. We call this the little bird's eye view, the overview, where you can take a look at exactly what's happening throughout the site. A couple big things I want to point out about this dashboard that make it super easy to manage is, let me click on Manage Listings. So this is where all of the listings that exist on your site are going to be located, okay? You can actually dive into any of them one by one to edit them, edit the user associated with them, view the listing, check out listing details, including their statistics. It's all very straightforward and easy to do. Just click Edit Listing and you're done. You can also add new listings from this screen as well. Next, I'll show you the category screen. So we pre-populate your site with like 30 or so categories for the biggest, most popular categories that you are probably going to find success selling into. Of course, you can modify any of these, create subcategories, rearrange these however you might need to, and of course, add additional ones if you ever need to. Now, one of the things that I love to highlight is a very powerful tool called our prospecting tool, which is built into your dashboard. And let me show you this real quick. You know what? I'm going to start by looking at the Q&A box here. When I ask for your locations, I'm just going to grab one. Ooh, another New Yorker, Syracuse. All right, check this out. So, as you remember, when I went through the industries, I said restaurants was a very popular industry to sell to. Let's type in restaurants in this field. If I can spell, right? Restaurants, restaurant. And I'm going to type in Syracuse, which is what this individual said. Click that from the dropdown and then click search. And check this out. Our system is generating a nice long list of all the businesses that are in the restaurant category in and around Syracuse. So just like that, this is essentially your call list. Okay. You can just go down the list and you can actually go down the list and you can export this if you want to as a CSV file, load it into Excel. And this is who you're going to call to get them featured on your site. But look at this feature we have. If I wanted to pre-populate my site with listings, or if I wanted to show a sample listing off to the client, all I've got to do is for any of these, choose a category that's appropriate, like restaurants and food service, and then click create listing. And just like that, I now have a listing for this business on the site. Look how easy this was. Their hours of operation are already here. All these details are already here. And this is what's going to make your life very easy. Again, populating the site with content as well as being able to now show this off to the client, have them upgrade, have them claim this listing, which is an incredibly strong feature, so they could take ownership of it, pay for it, and then modify it however they would like to. The other thing I will point to is back in our dashboard, as you have our help whenever you need it. You can click help and support and get help if you need it. I doubt you'll need a lot because it's very intuitive and self-explanatory as you go along. You know, one other thing I'll show you, appearance and design. So when you first get access to your site, you're going to want to customize it with your own logo and the name of your site and things like that. So here's where you can upload your logo, change the name. You can change fonts and colors. The most important, I think, is this accent color, which will really add a pop of color throughout the site. Swap out the image that appears in the background on your homepage. All this stuff is very easy to manage and very self-explanatory. Anyone who's getting started, even if you've never edited a website before, will be able to navigate around this with ease. And that's something that we find is critical to our clients' success, is being able to go in and just have things work the way they should. And when we say you can have your site launched the same day that you sign up with us, I think now you might understand what we mean by that. All right, let's go back to our slides and talk about what's involved in terms of cost and getting started. So we offer 3 plans, and the biggest difference between them is the number of listings you can sell and the inclusion of some really cool features like client billing and our local prospecting tool. So let me explain. Our basic plan, which you see here, is $159 a month. And with that, you can have up to 100 listings on your site. Now, this plan does not include client billing or the local prospecting tool. It's mostly for students, hobbyists, and nonprofits. But for $40 more, our professional plan is $199 a month. That's the green one here. And with that, you can sell up to 500 listings. Plus, you can charge your clients using the client billing feature. Businesses can even sign up and pay for their listings right from your site, so it makes it really easy to collect money from your advertisers. This plan also includes the local prospecting tool I just showed you to help you find businesses in and around your area who need to advertise. I'll be honest with you, most people begin with this plan because it gives you the tools you need to run your business. You also get things like coupon codes, the ability to sell banner ads, and you can even have claimable listings on your site, which I showed you as well, and is super helpful for getting people signed up. Then, our third plan, if and when you need more listings, you can upgrade to our enterprise plan, which is $297 a month. And with that, you can have up to 10,000 listings. But again, our most popular plan is the professional plan, the middle one here, which I'm actually going to highlight for you right now. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Our professional plan is currently on promotion. Hello. So here's what we're doing. Instead of $199 a month for the ability to sell 500 listings, we've doubled that number. So you can sell up to 1,000 listings for that same $199 per month. This basically doubles your sales potential, doubles your revenue potential, and you can stay on this plan for as long as you want. This promotion does end the last day of this month, though. So if you are interested, I would recommend taking advantage of it if you're able to. And I need to point out on all of these plans, there are no additional charges, there are no setup fees, no hidden fees, no nothing. Okay? So you're paying for the platform on a monthly basis. It's our software, but you're starting your own business. I want to remind you that your site is 100% your business. We don't tell you how to run it. You can set your own prices and charge however much you want. There's no hidden royalties or franchise fees. We keep our hands off of your revenue. The software is also white labeled so no one will know that you're using our platform behind the scenes. And of course, we built the software to be incredibly user friendly, so there's no experience required to get started and get up to speed. And the best part is that our pricing includes everything you need. You don't have to worry about any of the technical stuff because we give you your own turnkey website that you can put your own domain name on. We provide the super secure cloud-based hosting, and it's fully optimized for all devices. You get professionally designed marketing material to help you promote your business, expert training and support with built-in payment processing so your clients can sign up themselves by inputting their credit card. It's all here. All you got to do is go out and sell. And speaking of selling, I'm going to give you two strategies for how you can get your first paying clients very quickly. The first one is to make a Facebook post like what you see here. I'll read it to you. It says, I'm looking for recommendations. Please tag the best local businesses in the area so I can feature them on my new website. No limit. Tag as many as you want. Whoever you think deserves the recognition. Here's what's going to happen. Not only will your friends get, not only will you get your friends and acquaintances for that matter, tagging local businesses, but you'll also get business owners tagging themselves, tagging their own business. That makes it really easy to identify the business owners. So when it comes time to pitch them, you'll know who they are, right? So what you'll do is you'll reach out to all these businesses that get tagged and pitch them on being listed on your site. And your angle is this: you can say, look, a lot of people saw the post you were tagged in, and I really hope you benefit in some way from that. I want to introduce you to my website where I can get you local exposure 24/7 for a very affordable price. And then to sweeten the deal, you might say, and since you came so highly recommended, I'd like to offer you a lifetime discount on the plan of your choice. Because having highly recommended, deeply loved businesses on my site is really important to me. This is an excellent strategy to demonstrate your effectiveness as a marketer while also having a conversation starter or an icebreaker, so to speak. Does that make sense? Ready for my second tip, my second secret? Here's another way you can get your first paying clients. This one revolves around email or sending the business owner a direct message somehow, either through a website form that's on their site, a website form on their site, or Facebook Messenger. That's another great way. But this is basically cold outreach. Okay, so here's what you can write. I'll read it to you again. I would like to introduce you to insert your directory name, a local website that connects customers with top rated businesses in and around our city. Now, we're looking for a few more businesses in your category and would like to invite you to add your business to our site. It's a terrific way to reach new customers. If you wish to add your business, simply go to your site and click advertise. Bonus, use the code SAVE15 to get a lifetime discount of 15% off any of our advertising plans. But hurry, it's only valid until you insert a cutoff for it. Please let me know if you have any questions. It's so simple. Such a straightforward, simple message. And I recommend including an offer code like this. Okay, you'll want to do something that will excite your leads. I will say this: if you don't get any replies, you may want to increase the value of your offer. Give 20%, 25%, 30, even 50%. Who cares? Okay. You're not going to do this forever. And you can always raise your prices or stop this promotion when you get more popular. Okay. Now, what I recommend, send 25 to 50 of these emails every day. Why? Well, I'll tell you. Let's do the math. Take a very conservative number and say only 1% of the people take action and sign up. If you sent out, and let's pick a number in between, 35. You sent out 35 messages a day. You'd end up with about 10 new clients a month at 1%. That's over 120 clients a year. And if you average out to bring in $50 per month per client, you're now at a total of $6,000 per month in revenue. And what will that take you? All of an hour to send out those messages every day? Imagine if you sent more, or you fine tune your message as you went on, sweeten the offer, and increase your closing percentage. That's some serious cash flow for such a simple sales technique. Please use this. Please, I beg you. Now, here are a few tips for success I'd like to share with you before we wrap this up. First, get started right away. You know you want to start a side hustle and gain that freedom and flexibility in your career. So stop putting it off. Every day that passes is a missed opportunity. Just think what you'd be if you had started 6 months ago or a year ago. Don't let another 6 months or a year go by. Then once you're set up with your site, I want you to add free listings to your site. Remember, free listings will make your site look legit and complete, and it'll instantly become useful to locals. Plus, it'll help you get comfortable with the process of adding listings. It'll give other potential advertisers the impression that other businesses are actually advertising on your site. And it gives you the opportunity to actually convert these free listings into paid listings. Plus, there's a search engine optimization benefit of having listings on your site. My number 3 tip is that sales cures all. This is actually a pretty famous Mark Cuban quote, where he basically explains that no business can have success without sales. If you don't take the initiative and make sales a priority, you won't be successful. People who haven't done sales before think it's scary. People who have done it before think it's thrilling and very satisfying. If you start doing it, you'll find it to be thrilling and satisfying. And look, if you really stink at sales, okay, hire a sales rep. Okay, nothing's stopping you from going out, hiring a commission-based sales rep to go out and do this selling for you. If you want to scale up, have them do it with you. Have multiple salespeople do it with you. Okay? My next tip, utilize the sales and marketing material that you get access to when you sign up. You're going to find flyers, brochures, sales scripts, and more, which you can customize and start using to promote your business right away. Plus, we're always adding new resources for you so you can use on an ongoing basis. Here's another good one. Don't overthink it. Folks, this is a simple business concept, and we designed our program to be as easy as possible to build a successful online business. If you follow our advice and our tips, you will have your best chance at success. Don't sweat the small stuff like the color of your site, overanalyzing every detail. Just keep your eye on the prize. Focus on the big picture. I also highly suggest you stay committed. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Get-rich-quick schemes do not exist. Well, the schemes exist, but the realities never do, okay? You have to think long-term and the month-over-month, year-over-year earning potential. Hold yourself accountable to being successful. Don't get discouraged and stick with it. I can't tell you how many clients we have that started off slow, didn't sell their first listing until months after signing up, but eventually went on to sell hundreds of listings and established a nice residual income for themselves. There's no such thing as an overnight success. You got to work at it and achieve it. And that's it. Now you know how the program works. You know everything about Ideal Directories. I showed you what's included, what's involved, how to get started. Now it's time to open up the floor for questions. Please take a look at the Q&A icon. I see some of you have not yet submitted anything on the Q&A icon, now is your chance. Click that. Actually, a lot of you have. All right. So my moderators look like they've been doing a pretty good job answering questions up to this point, but let me just pluck out a few. All right, let's do this one from Tom. Tom says, how do I find businesses that would want to advertise on my site? Well, um, everywhere, quite frankly. We have videos, articles, and a lot more on this topic, but let's do a super abridged version of it, okay? Watch the recording of this presentation. Yes, it's being recorded. I see a lot of people asked about that. Go back to the slide where I talk about all the industries, the 8 industries you can focus on. Use our local prospecting tool to search each of those industries in your area so you can generate a list of businesses to call on. I'd also recommend paying attention to which businesses are already actively advertising in other places. Look through Valpak, on Facebook, wherever. The reason I say this is because businesses who are currently actively advertising could be very easy to sell to since they're already investing in marketing and probably have room in their marketing budget for another $50 a month, right? Also, keep your eyes open when you're driving around town. Look for work trucks with the name of the business on the side of them. And when you call them, mention that you saw them driving around locally because that means they have customers in this area. So maybe they want some more, right? All right. We got a few different questions surrounding domain names. Let's talk about that. So first, in order to launch your site, you need a domain name. You need a .com, a .net, whatever. These are not included with the monthly price. We don't sell domain names. But the good news is that they're very inexpensive. And we actually have a recommended vendor called cheapandeasydomains.com. You can scoop up a good domain for less than like $20 a year. We also have an article that we put together with ideas you can use to figure out what domain name you should purchase. So if you're not super sure what you're going to call your site yet, don't worry, you can still sign up. You could change that at any time. We've put together a simple formula where you add your town or city to one of many different terms that are ideal for local search that are good for marketing purposes. All right, this one from Deborah. She asked, why would local businesses choose to advertise with me when they could advertise somewhere else? Aren't there other ways to advertise? Yeah. So I like this question. You got to keep in mind, when it comes to advertising, a business rarely chooses just one place to advertise, right? Just because they're advertising somewhere else doesn't mean they have to stop, they have to stop doing everything else in order to advertise there. So if they're going to choose to advertise with you, they don't have to cancel all their other advertising contracts. They could just do both, especially at the competitive price you're offering. But let's talk about local advertising in general for a minute. As I stated earlier, the easy answer to local advertising used to be print. Your yellow pages, shopper guides, penny savers, local community newspapers, they're kind of disappearing, unfortunately, and no really good option has taken its place. I mean, yeah, you have some international juggernauts like Google and Yelp that are kind of trying to slide in the digital realm, but most small businesses can't afford what's ultimately thousands of dollars per month necessary to effectively advertise on those sites. So what you'll be offering local businesses is far more affordable than other local advertising options, and it's even more local than the other advertising options, which is why businesses love it and why it's so easy to sell to them. All right, I see a few of you are curious about territories and what area you might be focusing on. So let's talk about, real quick about territories and how they work. So guys, territories are available on a first come, first serve basis. Now we can't promise exclusivity anywhere, but we typically like to set up only one distributor per town or city. Larger metro areas, we might have more. But ultimately, we try to avoid stacking our distributors too close together because we don't want to create unnecessary competition. But I will say, you are free to sell listings to businesses in nearby areas as well. I always recommend when you're choosing a territory or an area, focus on a specific town or city. Drill down as far as you can. You can run a successful business directory website in almost any size town or city. The best strategy that I believe is to focus on the area right around where you live and then slowly branch out. After all, businesses want local customers and shoppers want to shop locally. And you can leverage the fact that you live locally to prove that you're a worthy place to advertise and a trusted person as well. All right, Rich wants to know, how long would it take for my site to get launched? All right, so we named today's session Start a Business Directory and Coupon Website Today for a reason. You can literally have your Ideal Directories website launched the same day that you sign up with us. We put a lot of effort into making sure that there are no barriers or roadblocks in the way of you getting your website up and running quickly so you can begin selling listings on it as soon as possible. We don't want you to have to wait and wait and wait before you can accept your first client when you're already starting to pay us. So that's why we make sure that you have everything you need immediately to launch. All right, last question. This always comes up. I should just incorporate it into the presentation at this point. Sarah says, can I do more than one site? Yes, of course. We often see people, they'll launch 2, 4, 6 or more sites on our platform. And if you see opportunities in neighboring areas or a place you vacation to a lot or whatever, then yeah, go for it. Plus, once you get the process down for selling listings on one site, you can easily replicate that to many other sites if you want. Love it. All right, let's stop there to be respectful of everyone's time. I'm sorry I couldn't obviously read off and address all the questions, but my moderators are doing their best to get them all answered, and they'll continue to do that for a few minutes after we wrap up. Oh, speaking of which, if you're participating live today, please note that when I end this webinar, a replay will automatically start from the beginning. So if you came late or missed a part or want to rewatch a section, you can easily do that. All right. Thank you so much for being a part of this today. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll say goodbye for now and cue the replay.